Okay, well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Triple J Trail Mix podcast. I am the Climb Minister, and I am ready to take you on a hilarious journey through the history of rock climbing and mountaineering and some of the things that go with that. I'm going to take you from crags to riches, so I really hope that you don't take this episode for granted. And I just want you guys to mount your blessings and come take a peek at our mountainous personalities and what we're going to accomplish today and talk about. And I hope you guys enjoyed my puns. I worked really hard to find those. All of 3 minutes on the internet gave me all of those glorious puns. So, if you guys are ready, let's climb.
I'm sorry, Climb Minister?
Yes, I'm the climb minister. Like prime minister, climb
Oh
minister.
my gosh, that was wonderful.
I'm funny.
Yes.
Please laugh.
Please
My-
laugh.
Please laugh. My
Hey,
wife
Jeb.
is shaking her head and telling me no, that I'm not funny. She doesn't think I'm funny. It's a good thing I'm handsome.
Yeah, that is sure is true. No, just kidding.
Oh my
gosh.
goodness gracious. Well, so like I was saying, this episode, I'm going to be talking a lot about rock climbing. It's a passion of mine. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool outdoor sport that you can both do outdoors, and they do have indoor gyms, which make it very accessible to really anybody. So it's a lot of fun. So I guess I just kind of want to start with the question: have either of you ever been rock climbing in any way? What's your experience with rock climbing?
Well, that about sums it up. No, just kidding. I've been rock climbing a few times, like when I was younger. Um, we were in like a mall in Thailand or Dubai or something, and I went rock climbing. Uh,
Shoot.
Pretty scared about coming down because I didn't trust the rope. Uh,
Oh yeah.
but then I think the most recent time I've gone is when I went with my best friend from high school, Fareed. I went to Texas for a week for Thanksgiving, and I met him there because he was there, and we went rock climbing, and we did a few videos and stuff. I think we did like races or the most um, cool way to get up, but then I think his girlfriend deleted the videos or something, so we didn't
Oh
get them.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay, but
I
it was a
I
fun
fear
time.
is he still dating this girl?
I am not sure. I think
Okay.
so, but
Oh,
I don't know for sure.
okay then.
Interesting. Mr. John Drayton Henderson. What about you?
Yes. Yes. I have been rock climbing maybe I'd say twice, maybe more. No, 3 times. Um, so I went rock climbing, I think, when I was like little. So when I was like uh, maybe 8 or 9. Um, and that, I can't remember where it was, but I just have this vague memory of when I was little. Um, and then I went um, I went rock climbing as part of like one of my school trips, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Right.
Which that was rock climbing was just amongst all the other like extreme outdoor activities that we did. But uh, rock climbing was one of them. It was fun. It was really fun. Especially we had like races. We had the same kind of route up to the top. So they had uh, one on one, pitted against each other to try and race up and see who could touch the top first.
Yeah, speed
Um,
climbing. That's a thing.
Yep, there you go. Then the most recent time was there was that small place, I mean, I'm pretty sure you worked there, maybe JT, well, just near North Greenville. Um,
Oh, that oh man, what was that place called? I didn't work there. I've been there plenty of times, but uh yeah, I know what you're talking
was
about.
it was it was it Jacob? that
Jose
worked
Jacob.
there?
Yeah, he's the one that probably. I think it was him that worked there.
Okay, I remember being there with him and going rock climbing there with some people. I can't remember who,
Wow,
but
you're just getting all your men mixed up.
I know so many.
Must have been your other boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, story of my life.
I'm just.
Um,
I'm sorry. I
no, you're
couldn't.
good. Yeah. So that's my experience.
Wow. So what you're telling me is both of you are basically rock climbing infants.
Yeah.
I went climbing on a wooden structure that had rock climbing or a ladder, and then you get to the top and you zip line down at some camp. And I decided to do the rock climbing, I'm pretty sure. And my fingers hurt really bad or were cramping up, but I still made it to the top.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah, definitely take it as a full body sport. Uses a lot of small muscles that a lot of people don't train and don't even know exist. A lot of times in your forearms and your grip strength and all that really come into handy.
Hmm.
Um, cool. Well, I guess I'll just kind of dive into the history of it a little bit,
Ooh.
and then we can go on. So rock climbing, it really kind of came out of uh, mountaineering, like the tradition of summiting mountains, which back in like the age of exploration, back in the 13, 14, 15, 1600s, they did it out of necessity. Well, long around late 1700s, um, somebody decided that they were going to do it for fun, and actually the a place called Mount Blanc out in England somewhere in 1786 is actually considered the beginning of modern mountaineering. Um,
Wow.
and then it kind of spread all the way across Europe, and so it kind of became a race of just people decided that they wanted to be the first ones to summit all the big mountains in Europe. So that happened. But then in the 1880s ish is when rock climbing kind of became its own thing. Um, and what was that guy's name? Um,
J.P. Morgan.
no, his name was Walter Perry Haskett Smith.
Wow.
Pastor Smith.
Great name.
Mhm.
But he's often considered like the British father of rock climbing, who kind of brought attention to the sport in that 1800s, 1880s era. Um, and so that's where it kind of blew into the public arena in Europe, at least, specifically in England, and then it kind of spread all the way throughout the early 1900s, and then it kind of hit the US in about the 1950s. Um, and it kind of started off, I'm sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. It kind of started off as what they called aid climbing. And so, what aid climbing was, is it was kind of still leaning on the traditions of mountaineering, using a lot of tools to get yourself up the mountain, using crimps or pickaxes or etc. Using ropes, pulleys to get you up the face, and then it kind of. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Then it kind of developed into what you would consider modern day climbing, which is also called free climbing. And so you use solely your own body to get yourself up, and you use tools as safety measures, um, and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of blew up in the U.S. in the 1950s, and so it really kind of started in the Yosemite Valley, and that's where people started to climb the Half Dome out there, and that's kind of where it started, and then in the 1970s, it really blew up, and that's what a lot of people consider as like the golden age of climbing, where a lot of advancements in gear and safety and all kinds of stuff like that really, really, really blew up. Um, and then now it is such a widespread sport in a sense that people have taken up free soloing, which is the act of climbing with no equipment, no ropes, no nothing, just yourself and the rock. Which
So
is
for those who might have made the same connections, that's the same thing as that one National Geographic special, right? Free Solo.
correct. Yep, that is actually based off of what's that guy's name? I think it's
Han Solo.
is it Alex Honnold?
I think so.
Maybe I could be totally off.
I'll look it up for you.
Harrison Ford.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Alex Honnold. Wow, that nailed it.
Boom. But yeah,
Nice.
so that is kind of what modern like the sport of modern climbing has become, is that level of climbing. For your average everyday person who just wants to do it for fun or wants to get into it a little bit, they have indoor gyms where people go and practice. So it's a lot safer. It's a lot more accessible.
Question. Do you
See,
think the next step in the evolution of the sport is going to be climbing without the rock?
yes, just flying,
Yes.
basically. That's actually a really interesting uh, train of thought. Like I honestly don't know where the sport can continue to grow into.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless somebody
It's reached its
figured.
peak. Its peak, if you will.
Haha, nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. Um, but yeah, so it's a really really cool sport with a long history, and I mean, so many things that have been born out of it, like the brand uh, Patagonia.
Mm.
That was actually started. I can't remember the dude's name. My professor would kill me because, uh, and also there's another guy, Petzel, Paul Petzel. He founded the
But
brand Petzel, which is big
I
into
guess
climbing. I'm
the
sorry.
knots do look like a pretzel.
Yeah, it kind of fits. But yeah, a lot of those kind of outdoor brands like that started because of climbing. They started making climbing gear and kind of developed into other things, and some of them left it, some of them stayed with it. Some of them really honed in, like Petzl is pretty much an exclusively climbing gear oriented. Um, so they're pretty cool.
So if all the mountains were to
Dang.
down one day, they would be out of business.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or unless, do they still give equipment for like inside walls or places?
Well, true, yeah. So like with an interior climbing gym, I mean, you still need harnesses and carabiners and rope and what they call them ATCs, air traffic controllers, which is like your belay system,
Uh,
um, and all that kind of stuff, and shoes, and chalk bags and that kind of stuff. So yeah, they would actually still have a pretty good market.
mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so I guess I'll jump into. I mean, there's a couple different types of modern climbing. Um, so one of the most basic one is what they call a top rope. Um, so the top rope is probably what most people have done, which is whether you're inside or outside. So particularly if you're inside, you've just got the rope attached to you, the climber, and it goes up the wall and around some sort of anchor device at the top and back down to somebody holding the other end to belay you to make sure you don't fall. You can also do that from the top. So basically, just as long as there's one person climbing, an anchor in the middle, and one person on the other end holding the rope belaying, that's called a top rope, more or less. That's kind of the third grade definition of it.
Not first
Okay.
grade.
Not first grade, yeah. Another option, you have lead climbing, which is a little more advanced. So what a lead climb does, again, you can do this indoor and outdoor, is you have two people who basically anchor and belay each other, more or less. So you have anchor points. If you're inside, anchor points are pre-attached at certain spacings along the wall. And so you've got one person in the lead with the rope attached to them, and they climb up. They hook the rope into an anchor. They climb up a little more, hook into another anchor, climb up a little more, hook into another anchor. And then the person on the bottom or on the other end of the rope starts following and unhooks the anchor points as they go. And so they basically just traverse the wall together. Which is I've never actually been able to do that. It's quite challenging. Seems
Sounds
like
like
a lot
it.
of fun, but it is very challenging to do that.
Thanks, son.
And then you have what they call bouldering, which bouldering is a lot of fun. It's kind of like free soloing, but you're much
Not
closer to
as
the
high.
ground. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did that in Asheville. I remember when I was at Ridgecrest, we went bouldering.
Oh yeah.
More like blundering, but bouldering.
Yeah, bouldering is a lot of fun. Yeah, it's lower to the ground. You're probably not going to get more than 10, 15 feet off the ground, and you have a pad under you, so you
Yeah.
fall onto the pad.
That
So
pad is not that soft though.
it depends. There's some good ones.
That is true. I guess where we were, the pad was not that soft.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Oh yeah. But so those are kind of like the three more or less basic rock climbing um
It's
experiences you can have.
Yeah.
Do it.
I said, yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So, you guys got any questions about that?
So, do you have a PowerPoint presentation where you had all of this that you were looking at while you were doing the podcast?
No, I did have an article up, but no PowerPoint presentation.
Mm.
A lot of this
This is what kids, this is what your college and high school is preparing you for when you're on a podcast and you have to do a presentation for your peers. It's preparing you to know what to do, but then you don't have to do it because you know what you need to do and you just mentally do it. So you don't have to make a PowerPoint.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wish I
Yeah.
could have gone back and pulled some of my old presentations. I'm sure I've got one on this somewhere back there in the history of all my files, but I didn't. So I guess I can jump into the rating schemes of these because they have different difficulty levels to help people kind of know where they stand on what they're climbing, different routes that they're climbing. So first off, there are 5 classes of terrain difficulty. So like class 1 is like you're walking on a very well paved trail. Everything from like literally like a street is like you're basically walking on a street. But it can also go up to like if you're in San Francisco and that street suddenly decides to go to a 89-degree angle, that's still considered class 1. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So class 2, um, is what they would consider like a walk in the woods. Like you go off trail, and so you've got to really focus on your footwork to make sure you don't trip
Step
on
on a snake.
anything. Yeah, snake on a stake, something like that. Then they have class 3, which they call it scrambling. And so now you have to use your hands continuously to be able to move forward. So it might be, you're kind of walking up a thing and you've got to grab onto a tree branch to pull yourself up, that kind of thing.
Mm.
Um, class 4 is what they call hard scrambling but easy climbing. So this is kind of one of those terrains where you may need a rope, you may not. It's kind of a key difference between 3 and 4 is like when you're going down.
Ah,
A class 4, you have to face inward. You have to face the ground to get down, like you're climbing down a ladder. But class 3, you can face out and just kind of scoot your way down, if that makes sense.
when you said you have
Okay.
to face the ground, I was like, what? Like you have to crawl down the wall like Spider-Man?
Yes, yes,
Like
Nice.
face is all the way pointed towards the ground, and you making your way downwards.
yep, exactly. But then class 5 is where what they would call technical climbing, and so this is what most people would traditionally call rock climbing as class 5, and
Oh,
so
okay.
then they break it down into subgrades based on class 5. So you have 5.0 all the way up to currently the highest ranking one is a 5.15.
Oh wow, that's not that high compared to what I thought.
Well, we'll put it this way: um the guy in Free Solo was
Mm-hmm.
climbing. I think it was 14, 5.13, 14, somewhere in there. I don't think what
Oh
he was
wow.
climbing was a 15. Yeah, so like it's when you think about it, or when you actually see what the difference is between a 5.0 and a 5.15, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So like a 5.0 is, I mean, you're basically climbing a ladder, straight up, more
Wow.
or less. That's what a 5.0 is, and then the 5.14 or 15, excuse me, is significantly harder. I mean, you're climbing with the smallest of grips on your fingers. You're probably leaning back. You're climbing over stuff. It's a significant difference. There are very, very, very few. I mean, I'm talking less than maybe 10 that have ever climbed a 5.15. So it's quite difficult.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm If I'm rating my skill level, I'm probably sitting at a 5.6, 5.7.
You mean 5.06?
No, 5.6.
Because 5.15 is smaller than 5.6.
Well, yes, but it's like yes, technically I guess technically by that technical you were correct. But that's not how this rating system works.
I know.
It's just 5.5 or 5.6 or 5.15 or
Mhm.
5.14.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I see.
It makes sense.
You see now?
Mm,
Are you with me? Are you
Yeah.
with me, brothers?
I
I am
am
with
with
you
you
to the end.
To the
on
end.
the line.
But then, what's funny? Bouldering has a completely different rating system.
Wow.
They are uh, broken down on a V scale.
Okay.
Um, oh, and it goes basically V0 through V like 17 right now, I think. Um, so it's more or less. Oh, Vermin. That's the guy's name. Vermin is the nickname of the the guy John Sherman who came up with it. But it's basically the same principle. So V 0 to 2 is kind of like the beginner levels, and then 3 to 5 is like your intermediate, and then advanced is 6 to 8, expert is like 9 to 12, and then in your elite if you can get anything over a 12.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So for bouldering in particular, I'm still sitting at like a V2. I don't think I have accomplished anything higher than a V2 right now, because bouldering requires a lot more strength, upper body strength, and more dynamic moves. So there's a lot more harder moves in bouldering than there are with your traditional climbing. So it's a little more difficult, but it's also a lot of fun because it's almost kind of it's an interesting thing of its own, because it's easier to access because there's really no gear requirements, but it's a lot harder at the same time because it's just the nature of what you're climbing is more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So it's a lot of, but I mean, man, climbing is so much fun because it's such a neat community of people, because like you meet the most random people with the coolest stories. You'll see everything from um I mean, your traditional soccer mom with her kids out there, just climbing away. And I mean, I've seen like 5 and 6 year olds scaling, 5/8s and 5/9s, and I'm like, wow, that is impressive.
It is easier for them, but yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah, so they've got a little bit of an easier time. Small bodies, less weight, but it's impressive watching those little kids scale up those walls. It's pretty cool. But then I've
That's
also met like bodybuilders out there doing it,
Oh wow.
and just having a grand old time, just doing their thing. So it really is a sport that's accessible to everyone. So
Except for some people.
I'm not sure where we're going with that one.
Everyone except for some people.
Everyone except for some people.
If you're the size of a whale heart, I don't think you can do it.
Fair enough.
Very true.
But yes, indeed, I thoroughly enjoy climbing. I recommend it to anybody who wants to break into any kind of outdoor sport. This is a really fun one to get into. I do plan on doing a couple TikTok videos, showing some of the gear that I have. Maybe put up a few videos of me climbing, something like that, just to show kind of what it looks like, and my passion for it. So be on the lookout for those at Triple J Trail Mix on TikTok. Go find us. Go follow us. Shameless plug before we even get to the end of our time here together. But that was more all that I had about the sport of rock climbing. If you guys have anything you want to add, or any questions you want to ask, anything about.
So what here's a question. I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. How do you feel that rock climbing can be beneficial, like health wise, to people?
That's a good one. Well, as far as like physical health goes, I mean, it's a phenomenal all around full body workout. So you are not only doing cardio, moving, getting up the wall, getting your heart rate up. Your heart rate starts pound anyway. Once you get a couple feet up off the ground and you kind of look over your shoulder and you're like, that's a long ways down. Your heart's pounding, getting the but it's also, there's a lot of leg and footwork, so you're pushing yourself up, so you get to work those big muscle groups in your legs. You work your upper body with your forearms and your grip strength, holding on to those little teeny tiny holds, pulling yourself up the wall. So it's a all around really good physical workout. But even for like mental health, it's really good for you because it gives you a sense of accomplishment. So like if you've been feeling bad and you've accomplished anything, go climb a real easy wall and you just get up the wall and you've accomplished something and you just feel really good. Or if you're working on a wall, it stumped you and you finally get it. Like just there's no better feeling than finally, conquering that one route that hit you down for however long you've been working on it. Like it's just such an incredible rush of happy feelings. I don't really know what the word I'm looking for. What's that chemical? Is it serotonin?
Crack
Yes.
cocaine.
Yeah, no. No. But then even, you can take it
Rock climbing,
spiritual.
it's rock climbing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of druggies out there. It is kind of there is a hippie culture within it sometimes. But you can even go spiritual with it because, you're doing it outside. It gives you an opportunity to be in God's creation and enjoy something that he made. And it's just kind of a neat experience. I can very clearly remember a time when uh for school our class we went out to somewhere in northern Alabama. I can't remember exactly where it was, but we were doing a bunch of climbing out there, and one of the mornings we were out there, we all just woke up early and climbed up to the top of uh, one of the rocks we were climbing on, and sat there and watched the sunrise. And it was just such an incredible feeling just to sit there and watch, the dawn of a new day and just kind of reflect on, God's creation, His goodness, and all that had happened to get us to that point. And it was so cool.
That's awesome.
So
Awesome.
anything else?
Nothing comes to mind.
Mr. Jackie?
Me neither. I can't think of anything.
Well, okay. For those of you listening out there, if you have anything, if I mess something up or a question about something, leave it in the comments. Let us know. I'd be more than happy to answer more, talk more about this. It's a fun subject to talk about because it's easy to show. So this is one of the, but that's besides the point. But yeah, anyways, still, drop the comments and we'll see what we can do. Maybe answer with actual videos of us sometime. I want to get you two out on a wall and see how you do.
Oh yeah, same. I remember like climbing always like it was before I realized that you had to use your um legs as well. It's almost like, you're standing at one place, then you wait and use your legs mostly to push yourself up.
Yep.
But before that, I was always trying to do like all fours, and then I have like a mini heart attack right when I'd slip and and get caught by the rope. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Have you guys ever, in any of your experiences, did you guys ever use the auto belay system?
Like where it just automatically lets you down, like lowers you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we used on a lot of the places I went.
Oh
It
man.
was kind of fast sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, talk about a heart attack. That one, um, I mean, you free fall for a good foot or two, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're 30 feet in the
Yeah.
air and all of a sudden you drop,
hmm
Yeah.
it
hmm
gives you a bit of a heart attack. It's a longer distance than you think.
Yeah.
Before that thing finally catches you, and then it's a smooth ride down. But
Yeah.
that initial drop is quite scary.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Nice.
awkward transition to our next segment. Pew, pew, pew.
Mm.
Drayton, you want to explain this?
Explain.
Yeah, explain to our listeners. What are we gonna do?
So essentially, what we're gonna do is this is another version of our music guessing game, and we're gonna be
Well,
doing,
they haven't seen our first music guessing game because we
Oh,
lost
that's
the
right.
recording. So
Oh
we're
man, I
just
keep
like,
forgetting
oh,
about
we'll just
that.
do it another
Yeah.
time.
Oh geez. Okay, so we're doing a music guessing game.
Yeah.
Yay! um, yeah. So this is kind of, it was a big hassle to do when we experimented with it the first time. So we found a new way to experiment with it. So
It's still a hassle though.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be the easiest when we're all physically together.
True.
That is
But this is the next best thing. Um, so yeah, so we're gonna give we've each of us have gotten 3 songs and in our heads on a list that we're gonna show the other two, and then it's gonna be like a 2 out of 3 of who can guess the song first. Um, by from just having the first 3 seconds played. So we will wait until the 3 seconds is over, and then we're open to guess.
Okay.
Yep, yep, yep. All right, y'all ready?
Ready when you are.
All right, go.
That was a good beat by some artist.
it sounds like the intro for the Key and Peele sketch where they do the dancing, uh, and then there's signs about the guy's wife or something, and she's in a car accident or something, but he's supposed to keep dancing.
What?
Yeah, it's like some like it's like your typical like 80s or 70s music video where
Wow.
they're doing dancing, but they're giving him all this tragic news while he's dancing, and they're telling him to keep dancing, but it's like all this awful news.
Oh,
And
that's
he has
terrible.
to like keep dancing and not cry or something.
Oh my gosh.
But can you play it
Wonderful.
again?
Yeah. I'll let it go a little bit longer so you can hear a little more of the music.
See, you know what's hard about letting you go first?
Another one bites the dust. Dun dun dun. Another one bites the dust.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What's
Oh, I
the
know
worst about
this, man.
letting me go first?
You have such a wide and random depth of music knowledge that this song could literally be from, anywhere. It could be some random street band that you heard in
Oh
Africa
my gosh.
that nobody's
No,
ever
no,
heard
My
of.
goodness.
I recognize the tag at the very beginning, but I don't know the song.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I am justified in this because this is I'll give you a hint. This is a very popular 80s song.
That does not help.
That
That
does
does not help at all.
It was a hit. It was a hit. Yeah, pretty much the rest of the song is sounds the exact same. So I don't really want to play anymore.
I got nothing.
Give like a random guess of what the song title is, and then I'll see whoever is closest to it.
Does it come over here?
You never get it down at dusk.
That's a cool name for a song.
That is pretty good. Write
Yeah,
that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and give it to you. I think JT was probably. I'm gonna give it to JT since he was closest. This is a song called "Need You Tonight" by NXS.
I do not know any of those, that name or anything.
I understood
So-
all of those words separately.
Nice.
Yes. Each
Yeah.
one sold separately.
Oh my gosh. So this is an 80s song. The band's name is literally the letters INXS. So it's like in excess or like, in excess kind of thing.
I've heard of NXS. I just didn't know the song.
Yeah, this is actually interesting because I rediscovered this song because I heard it growing up, but I never knew what the name of it was. But then what led me to rediscover it and actually figure out who it was because Dua Lipa, right? Y'all know who she is?
Yeah.
So her song, what is it called? I can't remember the name of the song, but it's the Am I falling in love with the one that will break my heart? That one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That the tag that follows right after that is literally taken from this song because she's like dun dun
That's what
dun dun
I
dun
have.
dun.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
it's
That's where I
taken
heard
from
it
this
from.
song. Mm-hmm.
I heard it from the Dua Lipa song.
Yeah. Anyways, so that is good. That is my first one. So it's JT1, Jackie 0.
Woo!
All right, let me see if I can.
Ham.
Get this other one up here. All right, y'all ready?
Ready when you are.
Yes.
Choose this one.
El Dorado.
Bro, you don't know how close you are.
Really? Is it from that movie?
No, it's not from that movie.
Oh.
The Streets of El Dorado.
Oh my goodness. I'll give you a hint. It's from. Okay, I gotta make sure I'm correct on this. Let's see. I'm gonna do some quick googling.
Hey, Googling. Hurry up, sir. I can't believe
it's from a '90s cartoon movie.
It's
Do
from
you
what?
know how little that narrows that down?
Do you want me to play it again to where it starts singing?
I really don't think it'll help.
Oh, it
Keep
will. Just wait. I'm pretty confident that you'll recognize the person by their voice. Get this here.
Come stop your crying.
Oh, that's Phil Collins. That's Tarzan. Oh, what's the name of that song? That's not "You'll Be in My Heart." Is that what that is?
Ding 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 ding.
Hey.
How is El Dorado close?
Okay,
Yeah.
so El Dorado came out just a few years, like a couple years after it, and it was kind of the same feel because it was a cartoon movie, but it was by DreamWorks instead of Disney.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but because like the songs for El Dorado is like very similar to this. I think it doesn't have the straight fire that Phil Collins is, but it's got the same feel.
Phil?
I've seen
Oh,
Tarzan like maybe once, maybe half a time, and then I've seen El Dorado like twice.
Nice.
I will never forget that time that we watched El Dorado.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Magical moment in our
Oh,
friendship.
yeah, that's it.
We're gonna have to save that for another episode.
Oh
Continue.
yeah. Okay, so this is my last one. I'm just gonna do it for the heck of it. Let's see. Try and get this up here. You ready?
Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh my god. Really? Really? Jackie, please tell me you know that.
Never gonna give you up.
You up. Never
Never
gonna
gonna
let
Hey!
you down.
I don't know the song name though.
You said it. I mean,
Just
never
say
gonna
it's
give you
close.
up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice then.
rhythmically.
Freaking love
Honestly,
it.
like I never jumped on the train of hating this song whenever it come on. I mean, it's a great song.
It really is.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great song for me. So whenever it was played, everybody else would be like, "Oh no!" I'd just be jamming. We'd be jamming.
We be jam man. All right. So that was
Cool.
fun.
That was really good. All right, who wants to go next?
Jackie, you're up, brother.
All right. So give me a second to switch over to my computer here.
Give me a second to switch over to my. Give me a second to switch over to my.
All right, Lin Manuel.
Oh my lord.
Miranda.
All right. Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen?
I can hear
Hey,
you.
yeah,
All right, everybody is not looking correct.
Correct.
that is correct.
All right, we are going to start with some nice ones. That you definitely should know. Hey, all right. And the command is comma, period above it, comma, period above it, stop, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop it. Yeah. Semicolon.
All right. Let me cue stop command. And are you ready?
Ready.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Greatest film
So
franchise ever.
I know where it's from, but I don't know
That
what the
doesn't
song
count.
title is.
What is the song title?
Uh,
Oh, no.
is
I
it?
mean-
Is it? Oh, is it? Is it the Fellowship?
JT,
Like
what is your
the
answer?
theme for the Fellowship? Oh crap!
No, they used it a couple times. I know they used it when they were walking by the rock in the first movie. I distinctly remember that. And when they were
I'll play it again here.
I mean, I don't know what the name of that soundtrack is, but I can picture it
Or,
so clearly in my mind.
or
Yeah.
is it Aragorn's theme?
No.
Okay, it is
I
not the
literally
name
don't
of
know.
anybody in the movie. It is, I'll give you a hint, it's a location.
Is it the bridge at
Oh.
Rivendell?
JT, what do you say?
The Rock of Eternity.
All right, I'm gonna give it to Drayton because it's the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, which is
Oh,
nowhere near
Oh.
Rivendell,
dang.
but the bridge
Dang
was
it.
right.
Hey, Jackie, check your audio. It sounds really fuzzy.
My audio?
There's like a static that's coming with your voice.
It might just be my voice because my voice is pretty bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, but my mic it should be fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
It was, in fact, not fine.
And let me find the next one. All right, this one is also nice.
Is it something that we should know?
You should definitely know where it's from. All right. Oh boy. Let's just go with this one, hopefully. What? It doesn't want to play it. It might be the
Stop! Stop now! Come back! I love you!
No. YouTube. Why did he fail me?
Well, that was Star Wars.
Dang it. I know. But
That was
gosh
episode
dang it.
3.
I try to play the first one and it doesn't it didn't play
That
it
was a
because I
bad
think the
day.
video might have been taken down, and so I played the last one. Okay, let's try this one.
And your neck.
No, it says they're all failed to load.
Crap.
Okay, hold on, let me try one more. Why does it fail to load? Oh my gosh, they all aren't playing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, guess which one we're gonna listen to, guys.
Stop! Stop now! Come back! I love you!
Liar!
No!
You're with him! You brought him here to kill me!
No!
Let her go, Anakin!
Let her go.
Let her go!
No.
You turned her against me!
All right, I don't think this is working.
Are you okay? I'm gonna take a guess as what you're trying to go for.
Yes.
Is it
Will not
the
take her from me!
is it the track that's called Obi-Wan versus Anakin?
Power have already done that.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
If the actual track had played, it would have been better because
Yeah.
you would recognize it, but you wouldn't know
Yeah.
where it's from or which scene it's from.
Yeah.
But apparently, the first 4 options are not wanting to play, so it just
Wonderful.
played the last part.
Okay. Yeah, it's that one that goes the dun 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 dun.
Yes,
one?
but
Okay.
it does not start out that way, so it would have been
Oh, that's right.
a little bit harder, but you still would have recognized it. Let me see.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have that actual track on my phone, so I that's the only reason why I know what the track name is.
Of course you do.
Okay,
'Cause
okay.
it's one of the few Star Wars ones that I have. Wonderful.
Oh, wait. Is this? I want to see if it'll play the oopsies. Just play the beginning. So that is not it either. But anyway, we'll move on.
Moving on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say you
We'll
just
move
brought me
on.
so much nostalgia with those two sound bits right there.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I know, right? It's like the best ones. The
Mhm.
best like you know where it's from, but you don't know what the name of the song is. And with the first one, it'd be really hard to guess unless you were like Zach or someone
Yeah,
who really
exactly.
knew the movies or
Yeah.
whatever. But the second one, you could have gotten it if you recognized where it was from, because you could have just been like, oh, I don't know, Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
True story.
Okay. Yep.
All right, and the final one.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. We'll see. Oh no. Let's
Yeah,
try
you're
that. I pressed the
You're
stop
right.
command on accident. I didn't mean to press enter. I was trying to cue the stop command. All right.
Hey, okay. It's this is
Careless
oh,
Whisper.
frick. Yes. Dang it.
I don't
It's
know who
what?
has it. That's Careless Whisper.
Oh, you
Yep.
got it, JT. You got it.
By George Michael.
Wham.
Yes. Wham when they went solo.
Yes. I was trying to pull it from the Deadpool one, but all of them said George Michael, and I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know if that's the right one, but
Where
I'll
they
try
earned the
that one.
exclamation point.
Yes, yes, exactly.
That's a
Love
great
it.
song.
All right, I left the Discord chat for JT.
Okay, cool. All right, so you guys ready?
I think so.
My
So what's the score so far? It's
oh, I lost track.
I think it's
Drayden
JT has
got the
3.
first two.
I have 2, and then Jackie, you have 1.
I don't think I have one.
Okay.
Oh, I do have one, I guess, because
Yeah,
JT
you
gave me
did.
the heart, the never gonna give you up one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so 3, 2, and 1. All right.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can do this. Oop. Oh, wait. I didn't do the command right. Sorry, guys. 1 second.
It's okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Welcome
this
to the
welcome
parade.
to parade. Oh my gosh! Gosh, dang it!
Gotcha. I knew that one.
My Chemical Romance.
That's right.
Oh
That's
man,
right.
that was good.
You're like, oh, and I went for
jumping on
it. You
it.
hesitated.
So I think Jackie got that one.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
First.
Uh,
Okay. All right. You guys ready for the next one?
Sir.
mhm.
I wanted to give you an easy one. All right. Let's see. I think this is it.
Oh, Fortunate Son, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Nice.
I may recognize the intro, maybe not. I definitely would not have known that name.
Oh, that red, white, and blue.
Maybe. I don't know.
The theme song of
Oh,
Vietnam. Vietnam.
yes. I think it was. When was it first used? Was it like just? No, yeah. It was a theme song of Vietnam because their music video was a lot of war footage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I for some reason thought that it was from like a movie, and then it became popular. But no, it was the song itself. It just became so popular.
I think so.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready for this one? Last
Think
one.
so.
So it's
Yes,
1 and
sir.
1. Here we go.
No idea.
I don't know either.
Is this a country song?
It is a country song, sort of.
Oh no.
Dang it.
Kind of more hillbilly than more.
Oh no.
Okay. Uh, it's not bluegrass though, right?
I don't think you would consider this bluegrass. No.
No, I don't think that counts as
Is
bluegrass.
this okay? I'm gonna try and take a gander at the artist. Is this Hank Williams Sr.?
Negative.
Is it Junior?
Nope.
Break.
You want me to play some more of it?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh.
See, it's easy to press the stop button. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, now I have to like look it back up. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow.
Oh, kick off your shoes and you throw them in the floor. I don't know what the song is.
Huh?
I don't know what this song is at
See,
all.
the only reason I know the words to that first part is because my dad sings it all the time, but I don't know what the song is.
This is a song your dad would love.
Is this it's not Boot Scootin' Boogie?
Negative.
Dang it.
Hold down at the barnyard.
Nope.
Who was closer in their name?
True.
Both of y'all were about 100 miles off.
Oh Lord.
He said,
that
"Who's
was-
scooting boogie?" I said, "Hold down at the barnyard." I mean, mine is intelligible sentence or idea. Wow, hoot scootin' boogie. I don't know about that. I'm just kidding. I'm sure that's an actual song.
That is a song. I mean, if we're going like technically, I think by the contents of the song, Jackie would be closer.
What about the name? Like, what do any of the words? Did anybody get any of the words in the song?
No,
How about at or the?
no. So this
yeah, no.
was Mel
What about and?
McDaniels.
What about and? Drayton had and technically.
No,
Oh, okay.
this was Mel McDaniels, Louisiana Saturday Night.
Dang. Wow. I never would have gotten that. I didn't listen to the whole
don't
country
know
again.
that song at all.
Louisiana Saturday Night.
Eesh.
JT
That
gets
was a
that
good
one.
one. That was a good one.
Yeah, nobody. So you see, like, neither one of y'all were like anywhere close.
Nope.
I had to give you two easy ones, and then I had to throw you for a loop.
Of course.
True. That is true.
That's awesome.
Well, that was a very fun game. I enjoyed
It
that.
was.
That was very
Quite a
good.
bit.
Hopefully, the bot will save all of the stuff, but if not, I have the chat logs to put it in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Goodness
Oh man.
gracious.
Well, anyways, I think that is about all the time that we have, gentlemen. So,
Yep.
Drayton, you have something for us?
I think so. Let me see here. I had it saved. I've got a pretty good dad joke for it to, send us off.
Oh, glorious! I'm very excited now.
Okay, so what concert costs just 45 cents? This is kind of connecting with our music stuff.
Faith said she knows.
What did she say?
She said, "What did you say, honey?" 50 Cent with Nickelback. 50 Cent with Nickelback.
That is it. Yep, 50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
That's pretty good.
Got him.
Got him.
Oh, honey.
Again.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
goodness.
I appreciated that. She was really excited.
Yay.
Faith gets 1 point.
Yeah, Faith gets a point.
Wonderful.
Oh, man. Well, thank you all for joining us once again on our fabulous adventures through the history of climbing and music guessing fiascos. and bad dad jokes. I hope you all enjoyed this. And that is all I can think of because I'm running out of words. Please, Drayden,
Okay.
save me.
Yeah, well, thank you for listening to another episode of the Triple J Trail Mix podcast. Be sure to click that subscribe button on YouTube and hit the notification bell so that you can be on the lookout for some new episodes.
Or just send us money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or just send us money. Yeah, and also be sure to look on our socials. We got Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We got some links to our episodes there, but also some extra content if you're looking for more that kind of dip into our individual interests.
Indeed.
And yeah, just be sure to follow us and support us on any of those platforms. And also to comment on our video. What do you like about rock climbing? How many times have you done it? What are some funny stories that have happened to you while rock climbing? Have you gotten the ultimate wedgie from those harnesses? So, things like that. But also, be sure to comment about a question or even a topic that you want us to cover. I will say to all of y'all that I want to try and do an Ask Us Anything episode. So we'll be contacting the general masses of what random questions you want us to discuss. So be on the lookout for that post so you can comment on it. But I mean, even if you want to comment generally of a question, then please feel free to comment it. Which it was really exciting, for Katayla to send a message to us asking about punk rock singing. I really enjoyed doing that video.
Good.
But yeah, thanks for rolling with the trail mix. We'll see y'all on the nuttier side.
See you next time.
Bye.
Ants.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Right.
you know,
Right.
you know,
Right.
you know,
Right.